Welcome back. I'm Yancey Cook, and here's what's cooking in the sports kitchen. The MLB draft is in its second day, and 3 Gators have been drafted so far. Prep pitcher Grant Holmes out of South Carolina went 22nd overall to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Holmes signed with the Gators, but will now likely accept his contract and head to the Dodgers minor league system. Gator catcher Taylor Gushew was taken today in the 4th round by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Most expect that he will forego his senior year and accept that contract as well. Gator pitcher junior Justin Schaefer was also taken today in the 8th round by the Toronto Blue Jays. Staying with the major leagues, the Rays continue their losing ways as they lost their 10th game in a row last night to the Marlins. This was the last of the 4-game Citrus series, and the Marlins jumped out to an early 3-1 lead in the 4th inning on catcher Jacob Realmuto's 2 RBI single up the middle. The Rays bounced back in the 5th, however, with Ben Zobrist hitting his 2nd home run in as many days to tie the game at 3. But the Marlins offense proved to be too much. Giancarlo Stanton puts the cherry on top for the Marlins as he did what he does best, hit a towering home run over 400 feet here in the 7th. The Rays lost the game 11-6 and will now begin a weekend series as the Seattle Mariners head to the Trop. Speaking of the Marlins, they began their weekend series up in Chi-Town today against the Cubs. The game is currently 3-0 in the favor of the Cubbies here in the 8th. Great pitching today from Jason Hamill and Nathan Eovaldi for both the Marlins and Cubs. If the Marlins win, they will hold a half-game lead in the NL East over the Braves, at least until the Braves play tonight in Arizona. Game 1 of the NBA Finals took place last night in San Antonio as the Spurs and Heat began their rematch of last year's finals. Tim Duncan is looking for his 5th ring in his Hall of Fame career with the Spurs, while LeBron James is going for the three-peat with the Heat. Manu Ginobili came out firing off of the Spurs bench, going 3 for 3 from behind the arc in the first quarter. D. Wade, the Flash, looked fresh after having the week off with this nice spin move in the paint. Ray Allen went back in a time machine to his days in Seattle with this transition throwdown. Oodalali. The big headline of the game, however, was the AC going out in the AT&T Center, which contributed to LeBron James dealing with some severe leg cramps and having to sit out most of the last 7 minutes of the game. Even if James could have played, the Spurs seemed unstoppable in the 4th quarter, only missing 2 of their 16 shots as they went on to run away with the game 110-95. Afterwards, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich was proud of his team's 4th quarter performance, but knows it was without King James on the court at the end.
LeBron, if he's down there playing D and he's down there, we got to stop him at the other end. Certainly could have been a different story. There's no doubt about that.
Game 2 of the finals will be on Sunday night back in San Antonio. So some Miami Heat fans actually had some problems with Gatorade. They blamed Gatorade for LeBron's cramps that he had last night. Let's actually take a look at a tweet that they received last night from @RyanB. The person cramping wasn't our client. Our athletes can take the heat. What do you guys think about that comment from Gatorade?
Well, I don't know much about the comment, but I saw yesterday that it was actually hotter inside the arena than outside. I'm just surprised that LeBron was the only one who cramped up.
That's a good point. They have said, though, that the AC is now fixed in the AT&T Center, so should not be a problem for Game 2.
Well, that's good, but it's good that Gatorade also did stand up for themselves.
Thanks, Yancey. More after the break. Stay with us.